Hello, world. I'm Dr. Helen Holton, Chief Engagement Officer of Dr. Helen Holton and Associates. Yes, I'm also the CEO and your host for Dr. Helen Speaks, Strengths, Resilience, and Leadership. Welcome to today's show. As a strengths, resilience, and leadership coach, to stand in the gap for leaders, especially leaders like you, who want more for your life and your leadership, is what we're all about here. Our goal is to motivate, inspire, and move you forward in pursuit of your goals, dreams, and desires. Do you know that your greatest you is ready to break through to your best you? Each week, we explore topics to discover, uncover, and unpack ways for you to leverage your strengths, the best of who you are, manage your weaknesses. We all have them, so don't get uptight about it, and build your resilience. Resilience is your power to persevere and press through, push through life's storms. And honey, into every life, a little rain, and sometimes it feels like a tsunami comes down on us. It's that resilience that gets us through. Using an innovative and heart-centered system with proven results, we help you achieve more success, less stress, and a deeper fulfillment in life. What does success look like? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. It's an increase in your performance, your productivity, and your prosperity potential or profits. Now, I term it prosperity potential because it ain't just about the money. However, as a leader, be it an executive, an entrepreneur, or emerging, the bottom line matters. It's one of those measurements that help us understand how we're progressing. Just one of them, though. So imagine being able to breathe easier and exhale, even with the ever increasing demands on your time, talents, and treasures. It can be a bit much sometimes. But as your show host, coach, and convener of leaders, we'll talk about how you can optimize your leadership. We've been discussing these past few weeks how you can improve your stability during volatility, how to find it and maintain it. Today's focus is on victory through volatility. Celebrating your wins, great and small, is a successful strategy to strengthen your leadership and keep you on your path forward. So here's a question I ask at the top of every show. Do you have the opportunity to do what you do best every day? I do, and I love it. It's what brings me here to you. Because more important than me doing that, oh my goodness, I want that for you even more. Here's what we've learned. At the heart of what you want lives within you a higher power to deepen your awareness and engagement with your best self. Now, how many of you can say you actually take time to do that? When you get real with you, and I mean really real, and confront your deepest truths about what you want for your life, change begins to happen, personally and professionally. The key ingredient is engagement. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to upshift your success through your personal, unique path to be seen, heard, and impactful in this world that sets you apart from anyone else. On some level, isn't that what you really want for your life? To have a genuine sense of who you are? Our goal is to help you bring your best you to the world. This is where we support and guide you to connect and engage deeper with who you are at your best. Along your life's journey, you've learned some things, given up some stuff, and hopefully grown up some. I know I surely have. Have you failed? Wait, let me back that up. Have you failed forward? When you think about the word fail, I want you to keep this in mind. And Coach Denise shared this. Fail. F is for first, A, an attempt, I, in, and L, learning. First attempt in learning. That's really what happens when we fail. And there is a difference when you fail forward. What's it feel like to start over? To give yourself a fresh beginning? Tracy McMillan said, everything works out in the end. If it hasn't worked out yet, then it's not the end. The truth of what you want has the best chance of success when you stay focused and committed to making it happen. Finding your center of calm helps you move through the multiple layers of stressors and antagonists and naysayers that are on your horizon, including those inner critics that live within you. So our role and goal is to support you on your path to live your best life ever. We're here to motivate you and move you forward toward your goals on your terms. What keeps you moving forward from here to what's next? Dr. Helen Speaks. We're here live on the Win-Win Women TV network every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can always catch our show on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. And soon and very soon, you can catch Dr. Helen Speaks on LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and in our Strengths, Resilience, and Leadership Facebook group. There's not a new thing under the sun. What is new is your knowledge, perspectives, and actions you take through a more informed lens, shaped by the wisdom of lessons learned, lived experiences, and earned expertise from leaders just like you. We're here to ignite your spark and fuel your flame to think, be, and do. That's TBD. We see those letters all the time, but I want you to think of them a little differently the next time you see them as a reminder to yourself to think, be, and do more of who you really are, to get more of what you really want for your life. It is my honor and privilege to pay it forward through you. And we at Dr. Helen Speaks are grateful to Paula Fellingham, the founder, visionary leader, and dream weaver of the Win-Win Women Network. Together, we share, learn, and grow to motivate and inspire your success as a leader. Thank you for being a part of our community. Now, I am super excited today to introduce you to our guest, my dear friend, Jennifer Jones, a friend, colleague in the struggle, and a woman of God. And can I just tell you, when we get together, magic happens. The praises go up, the blessings come down, and all is well. Welcome to the show today, Jennifer. Before I bring you on, I just got to tell the people a little bit about you. So Jennifer B. Jones, CEO of Kaijora International, is a transformational leader, gifted strategist, effective communicator, philanthropist, and passionate advocate for women, girls, and families. A conference convener, co-host of the Truth 360 show, senior field chairman with First Financial Security and a whole bunch of other Black Wealth Alliance founding partner. She got it going on. And I managed to get her to make some time on her agenda to join us here on Dr. Helen Speaks. Let's give it up for Jennifer Jones. Woo-hoo! So glad you're here with us today. And before we take a deeper dive with Jennifer, I want you to grab your note-taking device, pen and paper, tablet, computer, phone, whatever you use, because we want you to capture the notable nuggets of wisdom, insight, and aha moments that will empower you to think, be, and do more. We don't want you to miss anything. And just in case you do, you can always catch the replay from one of our outlets. Put this show on your calendar as a weekly meeting. Share it with your friends and colleagues. Let's make our circle bigger. You ready to go? Great. Me too. Me and Jennifer are. So let's do it. Our topic today, stability during volatility, with a focus on victory through volatility. Jennifer Jones, thank you for joining us on Dr. Helen Speaks. Your wealth of knowledge and earned expertise as a woman leader is welcomed and appreciated here. Why are we talking about victory through, over, around volatility today? Because we need to. We must. We are bombarded with negative messaging all day long that can get us off our game and make us think we can't do it. We need to talk about our victories, our successes, our triumphs, however great or small. It's how we feed our emotional and mental health to keep moving forward. And to do that justice, we have to talk about it. Jennifer, give us your thoughts on how we can recognize, visualize, and celebrate our victories in all this volatility. Jennifer Jones. You're on mute. You're on mute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Thank you so much, my dear, dear sister, friend, colleague, every single thing, but most importantly, to the great Dr. Helen. What an honor to be here with you today. Helen, you know I love you. I have championed you, supported you, stood with you, followed you, and led you in many, many, many venues, initiatives, in all of the work that we do and that you do. Never have I witnessed the prowess of such a brilliant, articulate, dynamic, well-studied, devoted, committed, and hardworking, passionate leader as you. So thank you for having me today. And I think that you have touched one of the most important touch points of the world with this simple question: how to continue our victory despite the volatility. And the short answer is faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love.
Come on.
And when I say love, I don't just mean religious love. I don't just mean hope that is in the constructs of a religious space. And I don't just mean faith as we think about it in our religious settings. I'm talking about the embodiment of a God-centered approach to your life. And Helen, what I distilled out of my 50 plus years of living are these simple things. All of us and every facet of our lives is our business, right? And so we have all of these business strategies and these business tools that help companies and corporations grow, these business strategies and tools that enable us to evolve and enable us to really grow businesses and make money and make profit, and most of all, evolve and innovate and progressively move our communities forward. But at the end of the day, the business of us is how we have to approach living, because life is for the living, right? And so I know and have distilled that in order for you to accomplish anything in any dimension of your life, it starts with a vision.
Yes.
And then after you have captured a vision and prayed on the vision and understood the vision and did homework around the vision, you've got to work on a strategy so that that vision could be made real. And in that strategy, you have to leave room for the unknown, not just unknown variables, but for faith to be in action, for hope to be in action, right? You know what you know, and you can hire the best experts to know what they know, but there's always that God factor, that universe energy that comes and brings something we could not have planned for, we couldn't have accounted for, but because we were ready, because we had a strategy that we executed. So I've learned that if you apply a simple vision, strategy, and execution plan and approach to everything, you can find victory in volatility. Because guess what? When chaos and volatility are going on in any segment of society and our lives, it is also an opportunity for innovation. And so if you're living, if you're breathing, if there's air in your lungs, you can still act. And if you're not innovating and evolving every single day, then you are regressing and in the process of dying. And so vision, strategy, and execution is what I know to be the core ingredients that every person can have in any dimension of their lives to find success, to find victory.
I love that, Jennifer. You know, listening to you, years ago, my mama taught me there's no such thing as standing still. Either you're moving forward or you're moving backwards. The choice is yours. And so when you get knocked down, get up. You know, when you think no one's there to support you, pick up the phone, call somebody who you know is in your corner. Here's the thing, we have victories every day all around us in our own lives. We just have to stop and recognize what they are. Something as simple as, I woke up today and when my feet hit the floor, whoo, I could walk. You know, I could brush my teeth. I can remember getting tendonitis in my left hand, and I'm left-handed. Girl, don't you know, I didn't even know how to brush my teeth. I was in the mirror like this, trying to brush my teeth the way I normally do with my left hand. Victories, great and small. And when we begin with a vision, have a strategy, and we got to have some tactical goals along the way to make sure we make it happen, little things. The sun is shining today. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's raining. Okay, it's liquid sunshine. You know, whatever it is, it begins with how you frame it in your mind. We are living in a VUCA world. Now, let me explain what VUCA is, because a lot of people don't know. It's been around since the 80s. It's volatility, uncertainty, complexities, and ambiguities. Can I just tell you, we living with VUCA on steroids.
On steroids, on tilt.
Let me tell you, Friday morning, I went to see my gynecologist, who's also an obstetrician. Early in the morning, by the time I left her office and was back in my car and turned on MSNBC on Sirius, I said, I mean, we knew it was coming because it was leaked. I prayed, had a little hope that maybe something would happen and somebody would come to their right senses and realize we can't do this, but they did it anyway. On the back of the Uvalde school shooting, on the back of the gun control, which, you know, okay, I'm grateful for the little that we were able to do in a bipartisan fashion. However, there's so much more we have to do. And now this, and already every day we're bombarded with detours, derailments, distractions that keep us off of our mission as leaders. Think about, what have you done today that you can claim is a victory for your life? How do people get that? Everyone doesn't, you know, have a religious belief, you know, it's spirituality, whatever it is, there is a power greater than you. Now, for you and I, that's God.
Absolutely.
For some, it may be Allah, which is God in Muslim, in
Exactly.
Arabic. It could be Yahweh, which to the Jewish people that don't believe that the Savior has come and will come again, whatever that may be for you, go to that inner place within you to know that you got plenty of victories in all this volatility. Write them down, put them on your on the screen of your phone. You know what you call that thing when you open your phone up, it's got a picture. Put that message to remind you of how much you have to be grateful and thankful for. What do you say to someone that doesn't recognize the victories they're living through right now?
Helen, you said it so beautifully in this VUCA world that we're living in, right? We just came out of 4 years of systematic programming by tweet to expect and anticipate trauma, and to expect and anticipate pain, expect to be upset, expect to want to throw something at the flat screen, expect to want to throw your phone. We just came out of that. And then it persists because of people's ideologies, ideas. But there are several things. First, when it comes to celebrating your pure victories, right? It is about expectations. So I did something radical in 2020 in the height of COVID, right?
Mhm.
When COVID first happened, I was involved in a number of things, writing policy, getting people in quarantine shelters, writing strategies. The scientist in me was lending that to environmental approaches to dealing with this bug in a systematic way that we could reopen government, reopen things. And how do we manage this plague that's in the air, right? That is killing people for breathing, literally. And understanding the aggression of the COVID-19 virus itself, and how it attacked the cells at the molecular granular level, and what we could and couldn't do about that. The world was in chaos. God quieted the world. And I love what you said, and I'm going to go back to whatever your religiosity, whatever your faith, you
Mhm.
have to practice it. But when it comes to those everyday victories, we have to lower expectations,
Mhm.
not accomplish what we want, but we have to minimize and narrow our focus and lower expectations of ourselves on a daily basis. I find that if I start off on Monday morning with a list of 25 things to do for the week, right? If I don't get all 25 done, Jennifer wants to beat up on Jennifer, walk around with consultant guilt, and oh, I could have gotten this and I could have gotten that. When I got the first scare that I might have COVID, and I decided to go shelter in place because I had an ID badge that allowed me to roam. I could go in and out of federal buildings, I could move when the rest of the world was told to shelter in place. And I decided I'm going to stop the madness. I'm going to stop putting myself and my family at risk, and I'm going to go home. And the first thing that I noticed was how I woke up every morning. So I shifted, fast forward to the implication of practical uh, things in my life. I shifted my life back to the best of myself. In 2015, I had an experience where I worked on a large national project, and was disappointed with my colleagues, disappointed with the people who were supposed to work, for under delivering and leaving me in what was a dark and unhappy place. And the way I came out of it was to look at everybody gets 24 hours a day. And you've heard it, Helen. Here's one of those words that it says that you can break my arm, it'll heal. Take all my money, I'm brilliant, I'll make some more, but do not waste my time. So I put together a time system that worked for me. We have 24 hours a day, 12 are going to be spent on purpose,
Come on.
12 are mine. 8 of them I'm supposed to sleep, rest, and renew. So 1 hour I'm going to devote to my health and well-being. 1 hour I'm going to devote to my spiritual life. Another hour I'm going to absolutely devote the next hour to the people I claim I love the most.
Mhm.
Why aren't my family members and my friends getting the best of me? Why are they getting me worn out at the end of the day instead of bright at the beginning of the day? And then I decided the 4th hour would to strategically plan what I do with the other 12. It was a
Mhm.
game changer. And so when I started to focus on what deserved me, you
Mhm.
either fit into love, joy, peace bucket, or profitable revenue, or value to one of those directions. And the return on investment that I seek every day is my joy, my peace, and my love. Does Jennifer love you? Know you, be you, and do you is my mantra. Do I feel good about me? So to celebrate victories, if I got one thing on the list of 25 done, I celebrate it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
turn on the music. I create an environment in the physical. All of my senses are
Mhm.
constantly being loved on and celebrated. And
Yeah.
so if I'm not doing a positive thing, or when tragedy happens, like last summer, getting off of a show like yours, feeling a twinge of pain that turned into 5 ER visits and 3 surgeries. And now I can't do anything except rest and be. You know what was beneficial? that I celebrated that I could breathe. And
Come on.
so if you start with the small things and then celebrate the minor victories, you will realize on the road to the attainment of whatever the vision was, in the accomplishment of whatever you're trying to do, you have joy. The
Yeah,
world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
that's right. That's right. You know, I love this because what makes this so powerful, and I said, we've got to celebrate those things, great and small, because it's in the small victories that we can really, that oftentimes we just dismiss and take for granted. But it's in those little victories. Be clear, there's someone that would give their eye teeth for a little victory. You know, though they have big ones and they have, you know, it's that mindset. And I always say it's about the mindset you have and the company
And measure the continuum of time.
and the
Don't
company you
let yourself,
keep.
exactly, and don't let yourself be bothered by what you didn't accomplish. I tell people all the time, oh, I'm not going to do that until 2025. It's a vision that I have now. I'm a plan for it. I'm a feel it like it's alive, but it's not going to happen until 2025. And you know, I heard Magic Johnson in a webinar just a week ago, and he said he gives himself 3 years for everything because 3 years is enough time to plan it, execute it, and see results to tweak it.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
stop beating up on yourself and live.
Well, you know, everything I do in terms of working with leaders is out of a perspective of positivity, out of what's good and right with people. I don't want to focus on though we all have challenges in life. We all have those derailers in our life. You know, I think about how we get caught up in the inconsequential. You know, think about the leaders that have inspired you to move on to victory in the face of distractions and detours and derailers. What was it about them that drew you in and made you feel
They,
victorious in
that's
what
right.
you're doing? You know, you got to feed your mind
It's
every
the
day.
clear vision. When the vision is clear, when the strategy and where you fit in it is clear, you can execute. You can do it. And so we follow exceptional leaders because they come with solutions or they come with truth and say, I don't have the answers, but this is what we're gonna do. And if you
Yes.
got a better idea or you can add to this idea, let's go forward. It's that indomitable faith, that courage.
Mhm.
That's what it takes. And when it starts with loving you, knowing you, being you, and doing you, you always get there.
And so this is what I say. This is what I have to share with our listeners and those who'll catch it later. What do you really want for your life? They're wrapped up in three things, is how I see it. Number one are your desires. What are your dreams, passions, and pursuits? Your imprint in life, because what you want may be similar to someone else, but it's not going to be exactly the same. Secondly, your purpose. What are you here for? What mark do you want to leave on this world? And it takes some time to think about. You know, I'm always talking about, I love vision because I talk to people I work with about what's the personal vision for your life. I don't care about your business, your company, your multi-global organization. What is your personal vision for your life that you want to find, wrap around your purpose, something that's so far reaching, you may not reach it until you leave here, but you're continually building upon it to put those seeds in place. Number three, and I just have to go here because it's who I am, and that is that sauciness. You know, as women, we got some sauciness, we got some swagger,
Yes,
we got
that's
some swag.
sexy.
You know, it's that irrepressible spirit of sass that lives within you, that part of you which makes you unstoppable. Because I promise you, as I learned early in the church, listening to the mothers of the church, said, baby, you know, new levels bring new devils. But I didn't fully understand it then. Oh, but I got a wind of it now. And that's why you got to amass that sass to keep you with the naysayers and the critics who want to sling those arrows your way. But Jennifer, I just want to say this as we're wrapping up this segment, that the things that matter most to you are the things that get your attention the most. They represent your unique imprint on the planet, the influence you have on human beings that follow you and what you do. Your influence is tied to your leadership. And so we thank you all, because at Dr. Helen Holton and Associates, we work with leaders using a heart-centered approach to help you optimize your strengths for more success, less stress, and greater fulfillment. We want you to keep coming back. Join our community. We're here every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Dr. Helen speaks strengths, resilience, and leadership. And we want you to join us.